Hey guys, today I'm going to be reinstalling these little, whatchamacallit, hood rubber bumpers. They are great for aligning the hood in relation to the fenders, and I need to glue them. You can see here remnants of where they were installed before. Now these pieces are, I picked them up a few years back from a salvage yard. They're not really, they were not made for the C3, but I've been kind of adapting them so they kind of work, and a little bit of adhesive will keep them in place. Now this area here, this lip is pretty rough, and I don't have a compressor and a small spray gun to do this part just yet. Eventually I hope to get one of them quiet compressors and a small touch-up gun, and be able to do some of these jobs properly instead of rattle canning the whole thing. I believe this area here that you see, there's a line. I repainted this years ago, but I believe this whole lip, the bottom portion, is supposed to be black. At least that's probably how I would do it. And this lip here remains red. So anyway, let me get these little rubber stops or bumpers trimmed to size, and I'm going to use some 3M weather strip adhesive to keep them in place. Back in a second. Okay, so part of the plan here is to, this one here for example is just too short for its intended purpose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this little rubber piece that I had laying around, and I'm going to stick that one to the bottom here, and just to give it enough height. Yeah, it's not the ideal look, but until I find better rubber pieces, I'm just gonna make do with these. I'd rather have the hood aligned properly than just avoid using any kind of rubber bumpers for that lip. So this piece here, for example, it is just too kind of long. So again, this is just temporary, and I just want to, like I said, make do with what I have. I go to a salvage yard one of these days and try to find something that is going to work better for this purpose. You're not going to be really able to see this, but no reason to not to do it kind of nice. And all I'm going to do is just add a dab of the of this 3M adhesive. And this one I like to use the black. I believe it's also available in a yellow kind of tint, and maybe clear. So, and I'll just use a couple little drops, and I'll distribute that between those two rubber pieces. I like to keep these tubes, the nozzles, kind of clean, otherwise they get all clogged up. So this is my little base that I'm making here. I just like to get both sides covered with some of the adhesive, and then just allow it to kind of, almost like using contact cement, to get a little tacky, and then I'll do the same procedure for the car, for the lip. So this little guy is gonna live here until I'm ready to install new ones. I don't want to use a lot of glue for this, but I don't want them to fly off of the car either. This stuff makes little strings of goo, so and of course I always get it all over my hands, but if you get any of those little strings, they eventually they dry up, and you can remove them fairly easy. So anyway, I think you get the idea. And yes, it's not the factory stuff. I'm going to research that, but for the time being, you have to do what you have to do, and you can use whatever works. It's your car. If you want it to look good and work properly, sometimes you have to do stuff like this. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise, because we cannot all have perfectly restored vehicles, and the important thing is I think for the car to look good as well. So anyway, I'm going to do the rest of the rubber bumpers and see how that turns out. Okay, so they're all glued in place. Didn't use a whole bunch of that stuff. Eventually they're gonna come off, and the hood anyway is gonna keep them in place, so I'm not concerned about that. If you have any comments as far as what you're using or what you've used to help with the alignment of the hood, please comment and let me know. If you found a better product, again, share that information with the rest of us. And anything else, just leave a comment to say hello, where you're located, what you drive, and that sort of thing. And I think I'm going to give it a few minutes to cure, and then I'm going to close the hood, see how that looks, and take it for a test drive, because as you probably know, you have to do that every time you make a little tweak or an adjustment or a repair. I think it's mandatory to test drive your Corvette. Okay, so this side here, the right side, is a lot better now as far as alignment. Not perfect. The driver's side still has a pretty good ridge over there, right by that hump, which again, a better bumper may help raise that a little bit. The rest of the alignment actually is pretty good. It's always a little bit high here, but nothing extreme like it used to be before. All in all, I think it was a heck of an improvement. Let's see if I can, over here you can see also a little bit of a ridge, but nothing excessive as it was before. So, and as far as the alignment, this side is pretty decent. This edge is a little bit high, but you know, these cars are far from perfect. Now from the inside, I think the alignment is pretty good. So that is a good thing, and that edge there is a huge improvement, and so is this side. So that is awesome. Better turn that off. We don't want to get in trouble with the copyright issues. I have my new microphone clipped onto the seat belt. I hope you guys can hear me. But anyway, I'm just driving around southwest Ocala, some back roads. And just enjoying the Corvette. So anyway, it can be a little tricky with a stick shift, because, you know, of course I have to do my shifting with my right hand, hold the steering wheel with the left hand, and then my third hand I hold the phone. So it can be a little challenging. You can see nice dwellings here, but it's all good. And this in front of us here is I-75. Just enjoying life in the Corvette.